Your home is a big investment, and protecting that investment is a big responsibility. If you live in a condominium or homeowners association, you need to think about how your community association is managed. Is your board knowledgeable? Is your manager trained and certified? Is your investment safe? CAI, Community Associations Institute, has the tools you need to protect your home and community. CAI is a nonprofit organization with resources you need to answer these questions and others you might have about community association management. Everything you need to build a great community. CAI has resources for your association board, professional training for community managers, and free helpful information for homeowners. Learn more at responsiblecommunities.com. What your association does can influence the value of your home and your quality of life. CAI at responsiblecommunities.com.
This is Ariana Grande.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bozzy. This is Calvin Harris.
This is Camila Cabello.
Hey, I'm Julie.
Hey guys, I'm Halsey.
Hey, what's up? It's Al.
Hey everyone.
This is Salada.
It's Selena.
This is Shawn Mendes.
Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
This is Zed.
This is K-Joy.
This is Vincent R. What's up, guys? You're listening to Booth 312 on WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago.
And this is fresh.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. We leave no warrior behind. Wounded Warrior Project is a non-profit organization created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war. Whether those scars are physical or mental, we're here to make sure that they heal. And whether it's helping those with post-traumatic stress disorder live a normal life again, or giving much-needed support to injured warriors in veterans' hospitals. Because no one deserves our help more than the men and women who risk their lives to keep us safe. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind. Ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
Reaching the World Entertainment presents The Booth. Check us out every Sunday on WIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download that free app, tune in, and get the best sounds of the underground with The Booth. Oh, not here, Mike. All right. Welcome back to another episode right here, DaBooth312. On WIT 88.9 FM and DaBoothRadio.com. Hopefully you guys are doing well. We have another hot day today. I was blazing hot last night or early this morning, about 3 o'clock in the morning on the I-55 Stevenson. Sorry to hear that truck driver had lost his life. We still don't know the reasons why exactly what happened. It was a crash or some kind of mishap with the truck, but big explosion near Cicero on the I-55, and our heart and prayers go out to the driver's family, and hopefully no one else got injured. So if you guys are having a hard time getting into the city, well, now you know why. All right, guys. We've got a great show lined up for you today. We got a guest in the house. We got Mattress in the house. He's the kind of guy that you might or might not want to lay on. I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, you'll never be tired when Mattress comes around throwing down for you guys. Lay down that mattress, and I'm telling you, he's definitely got you guys jumping. All right, guys. So hopefully you guys are going to enjoy the show. We're going to bring Mattress on a little bit on the air, join us in our conversations. We got a lot to talk about. R. Kelly's he again is getting arrested. This man cannot stay out of trouble and leave the little girls alone. I don't know. I mean, it's just getting ridiculous. We also have, I know, man, I know. Our camera guy here is having issues with the camera and wants my help. Anyways, the dump Trump, Donald Trump, again, opening his mouth, saying some really, really wacky things about Arnold Schwarzenegger. So you guys going to stick around for that one. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And we're going to talk a little bit about, if you guys haven't heard it yet here in Chicago, we have a crocodile. No, is it the crocodile? No, it's alligator. Sorry about it. Alligator in the Humboldt Park Lagoon. So don't go swimming in Humboldt Park Lagoon.
Shouldn't be in the first place. Should not be swimming in there in the first place.
And we're also going to talk a little bit about changes if these whole challenge things. I mean, this stuff's getting out of hand now with these challenges. From licking ice cream, spitting in mouthwash, kicking a bottle top off of a bottle, and then people are completely missing and purposely knocking bottles off of shelves and everything. Is it getting to be a little bit too much? Is getting out of hand? So we're going to be hitting on that topic as well. Also, we're going to be talking about upcoming events. We're going to learn a little bit about events that have passed, like yesterday's event with Ron Tinsley. We're going to go a little bit more about his. And we're going to get to know upcoming events like Taco and Tamale Fest and, of course, Music Alliance Festival. And a few more we'll be throwing in as well. So we have a great show lined up for you guys. You guys definitely want to stick around for this. As always, coming to you live from Chicago, where sometimes we have it hot, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's wet, sometimes it's cold. I mean, you don't like the weather, stick around a few minutes. Trust me, it will change. That's Chicago for you. Hey, Ryan, what's going on with you, bro?
Not much. Trying to wake up, trying to stay awake. It was a late night last night, as you mentioned. And as you've been talking about the weather is getting really hot. I mean, we had a really scorching hot week, and it kind of cooled off oddly, and then it got hot right again. So roller coaster, you don't need to go to Six Flags and pay $100 per person to go there. You can get it right here in Chicago. But it was a great night for the resident DJs over there that are part of Night Grooves. Thank you so much. The music is always outstanding, and if you haven't been to a Night Grooves party, I implore you to come out, check us out over there at Xavier's Club, 4456 Southwestern Avenue. We throw down there, and special shouts out to Javier, the owner of Xavier's Club, for facilitating us. And for those that were able to make it out, I mean, it was a hot night, and a lot of people probably just wanted to be out. But, the music was off the chain. We had our special guest, which was DJ Soulcat from Queens of House, which the Queens of House picnic is coming up. I believe the date is August 7th. If I said that wrong, DJ Soulcat, I'm sorry. But we'll get those dates out to you and locations. And, if you haven't been to a Queens of House picnic, you should go. This will be my first year going. I wasn't able to make it.
Maybe just feeling like a queen. Just go.
Yeah. King of Queens, however you want to put it. But it was, she threw down. She represented the Queens of House as well as represent herself. And, if you missed it, we have videos up unless Facebook blocks them. But, I implore you, try to come out and support, especially new venues. Just because you haven't been there before, you never know. You might go there and have a great time. And there was a few new faces that showed up, and that was their first time ever stepping foot in Xavier's.
Not just to let people know, because there's a stigma about that place. And it's not that it's really a bad stigma. It's just a stigma that it's an old school set. It's been an old school house type environment for a while, with the exceptions they had some of the reggaeton and hip hop and stuff like that, and some of the Latin. But your night grooves, when you do yours, it is not, I repeat, not old school night. So if you guys, are stuck in the 80s, that might not be the spot for you. If you guys are open-minded to the new sets, the new sounds of house music, and you guys do a multitude of sounds, you're not just stuck in one subgenre of house. I mean, you guys do them all, but you don't stick in, and it's not that you don't play old school. Occasionally you may throw some songs in, but you guys aren't stuck in the 80s.
And Rob, thank you for bringing that up. I mean, and that is wow. Thank you. Because if you look at, if somebody was to do a little research, if you got nothing
that's too much work, man. People don't do that now.
You're right.
Come on now.
You're right. Well, you can
I'm
Google
not in
it.
school at summer. I don't want to be in, having to do homework.
Well, people Google, I mean, and with today's society, if they want to verify
Siri,
what you right, Siri, can you look up this guy? But if you really think about it, people do go on Google to find out lineage on items, issues, things, events. So, if you look at the lineup, I got House 13, which is the founder and creator of Blue Moon Media. He is usually my opening DJ because that's what the slot he wants. And House 13 is very eclectic in his musical choices. He's not just strictly new school. He'll play old school. He'll play Latin house. You know, he plays everything. And then we move into
Hell, he even play with himself if you guys want to.
not at night.
I love you, House. I love you, brother.
Not at night brews. So we it's not G rated, but it ain't X rated. And then you go into David Britton, and David Britton once again, and he's a producer as well as a DJ. He has at least 5, if off the top of my head, 5 new tracks that just premiered. We've played a couple of them here. I'm trying to get him to send Packing Order and one other one here, which is not in our rotation. So David, I know you're watching, so get us Packing Order, or I could give it to
Talk
Rob.
is cheap, David. Send it in already, would you?
Yeah. And then, you know, then we go into our other resident DJ, which is another promoter or producer. We got 2 producers on the lineup. We got David Burton, and then we got Triple Threats head guy, my buddy, my good friend, Vincent R., who, if you all are on my page or on social media, Vincent R. last Monday, if I'm not mistaken, hit 50,000 streams off of his new song "Don't Walk Away" or "Don't Walk."
Nice.
So,
Congratulations.
you know, under Careless Records, you know, he's doing big things, and you know, I'm going to be working with Vincent relatively soon on producing a track or some tracks. And then you got whoever our guest is, and then you got me. I usually close out the night because, you know, it's not. I want to showcase the residents that I have and our guest. It's not just about me. I'm hosting it, but we all are hosts of the party. And come on through. There's no cover. Great drink specials. 2 bars are in the place, and once Javier opens up the upstairs, it's really going to be off to the races. But I mean, huge dance floor, great sound system. I mean, what more can you ask for? I just need the people to come, you know. So if you're looking for a good place and you don't want to travel all the way to the city and you live on the south side, you know, we know how that stipple is. Yeah, I don't go to the city. So if you don't go to the city, come check us out. We're there every second Saturday of the month. It's a monthly party, and there's no cover. Parking is free, you know, and I'm going to steal a page, so people are going to get mad. So I'm prepared. Right now, I'm still trying to wake up, but I'm going to tear a page from The Chosen Few. The Chosen Few were here, Wayne Williams and Alan King, and I'm going to tear a page from their book. We have not had any incidents, knock on wood, we have not had any incidents outside or around Xavier's during night grooves. So if you're wondering, oh, that's a rough neighborhood, and oh, you know, I don't know if I should be over in that area. We have not had any incidents, and last night there was a lot of police driving around Western Avenue, up and down. So
Was it ice?
you know, and you know, that's it's funny you said that, because that's what a lot of the people were saying, that they were doing ICE raids in or around the Western Avenue area last night. So the mayor, she said that the CPD was not going to support ICE. So there was a lot of police activity now because there was gun
Not
violence
support,
and
but
everything
they
like that.
sure as heck will not get it in between.
Right.
Because they're not going to jail.
So,
So.
with that being said, you know, we got that rolls into Taco Tamale Fest, which is next weekend, and the booth is part of that. It's not as a station hole, but we got Rob Waite, Aura TW, that's going to be performing at Taco Tamale Fest, and yours truly, DJ Rod Tinsley. I'll be playing alongside my triple threat brother, Vincent R., at Taco Tamale Fest, which will be. Are you playing on Saturday as well? Or are you playing?
Just Saturday.
Just Saturday? Okay, so
Yeah.
we're both playing. The booth will be represented on Saturday.
Yeah, 'cause last year, I played just after the show ended. I had to hurry up, fly out of here, get over there to start my set. So the guy who runs it was really nice, and he's like, "Look, Rob, I'm not going to kill you this year." So he gave me the Saturday set. However, he did change my set. I was supposed to be in the evening, now I'm in the afternoon. So that's fine. I don't worry about it, but it's just funny he flipped it.
Oh, I mean,
So you were right before you.
looking forward to it. This will be my first Taco Tamale Fest. last year, because it ends on Sunday, we were here, and I didn't get a chance to go, but I've heard all awesome things about Taco Tamale Fest. And Sangria Fest will be kicking off right after Taco Tamale Fest. If I'm not, I don't have the flyer here, but it's in August. It's in the first weekend of August. So we'll be talking about Sangria Fest, and hopefully the young ladies that put together Sangria Fest, I've already threw out an open invitation for them to come on the show. So if you're listening, which I hope you are, hit me up so we can bring you on the show so you can talk about Sangria Fest and tell us the lineage about Sangria Fest and what it's all about. And
Or if you guys want to know more about Sangria Fest, hit them up. Hit them
There
up on
you go.
Facebook. Let them know that they need to come on DaBooth312 so we can find out more about them.
and they can
What they're
promote.
doing.
Yeah. So
All right, so
With that-
let's introduce real quick. We only have two more minutes, looks like, before we get back into the music for you guys. But let's introduce again, reintroduce Mattress for you guys. Mattress, say what's up, man.
Hey, afternoon, Chicago. Thank you guys so much for having me on the booth.
Definitely. You know, this guy
Radio
was
voice.
sweating coming in. You guys, he rode his bike in today to get his exercise and everything.
And sunlight.
Ladies, this guy's, all fit and everything, riding in staying in shape, sweating it off, and wrapped around with all that cellophane and everything. No, I was playing. The mattress got to, stay closed, got the tag on it still. You
Thank
guys
you.
got to check for his tag.
now I'm not going to step on his toes, but I'm surprised he rode
No
his
jumping
bike
on the
in.
bed. But okay, go ahead.
I'm surprised he rode his bike in because this guy gets released from his DJ duties over there at the Gold Room at about 5, 6 in the morning. And then he is on a bicycle, not a motorcycle. Brum, brum. He's on a
Let's hope he's not on a motorcycle. This guy, if he's that little bit of sleep, probably be passing out,
That's why when I walked out the door, he said, I'm at the parking lot. I'm like, okay. Walked out the door and I see a bicycle. I'm like,
I
okay.
bamboozled
Should have
you.
parked him in the space next to us.
He's got a
Problem is,
big,
it wouldn't be back. Wouldn't be there when we come back.
might not. But welcome to the show. He's already got a radio voice. And for those people that have never heard of the Gold Room, give us the address and location of the Gold Room.
So you can find the Gold Room. It's 3815 West Lake Street in Stone Park. So it's just south of Melrose Park. And yep, we're open every day, 7 days a week.
He's there for the girls. I
Now-
mean, come on.
I was about to say, okay, so we're not here to do a big promo for Gold Room, even though I've had the opportunity to play at Gold Room twice. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to actually play there. I just gone to support our good friend Larry Saladen, who does his sets there as well. And much love to
Randall Dean
to
also
him.
does a lot of
Yeah,
sets there.
Randall Dean does the sets there as well. I haven't had a chance to go and support Randall on his, but I've been there a couple occasions for Larry. Hopefully, I can go and check you out and you do your
Yeah,
stuff as
awesome,
well.
awesome.
And
Well, maybe they can get the
Try to
booth to
support
come
that.
on and play.
Now we're
they
talking.
got enough
There we
boots
go.
there, but hey, we'll bring
I mean,
one in.
and I wouldn't mind having a couple of the dancers come on the show and be interviewed.
Really?
You know? Hey, yeah.
All
Make it
right.
happen. If you know a few, I'm quite sure you do. Have them come on.
Well,
through.
there is a stigma about them. So if we can get some to come on that legitimate, hey, I'm doing it for school, or I'm doing it, let us know why you're doing it.
Yeah,
See if you
everyone,
can kill
everyone
the
has a
stigma.
story.
So,
Yeah, everyone
exactly.
has a story.
So today is your day to talk about your story, Matt. So
So when we come back, we're going to get to know a little bit more about Mattress here. So stick around for more to come on DaBooth312, broadcasting in Chicago, WIT 88.9 FM and DaBoothRadio.com.
They say we were an item. My thoughts I try and hide them. Did I need you? But when we get down to it, I just love my wife and do it, and I love you. Look, they turn around. Look, they turn around. Look, they turn around. Look, they turn around. My lover, but you left me for another. I knew you. So written in my letters, don't you make me feel any better? 'Cause it's not true. Now in my secret visions, forget about decisions. 'Cause I want you. I've got to have you near me, girl. I wonder, do you hear me? 'Cause I love you. can't turn around. Love can't turn around. Love can't turn around. Love can't turn around.
Hey, this is Ariana Grande.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bozzy. This is Calvin Harris.
This is Camila Cabello.
Hey, I'm Dua Lipa.
Hey guys, I'm Halsey.
Hey, what's up? It's Sal.
Hey everyone.
This is Salade.
It's Selena.
This is Shawn Mendes.
Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
This is Zed.
This is K-Joy.
This is Vincent R.
What's up, guys? Twitch and Scratch. You're listening to Booth 312 on WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago.
And this is fresh.
Hey, welcome back, guys. You're listening to the Booth 312 on WIT 88.9 FM in Chicago and DaBooth312.com. All right, guys, let's get to know a little bit more about our guest. He is the one that you could pull the tag off. That's Mattress in the house. What's going on with your Mattress?
Yeah, a lot, man. It's a beautiful, hot, swampy day out here in Chicago, and I'm loving it.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's not too swampy because we got alligators in Chicago, the
Yes,
same
we do.
Florida. So I don't know, man. But let's get to know a little bit about you and what you do. So, Mattress, you got to tell me where did the name come from?
Well, actually, it was a name that was gifted to me. I earned it, but it was an old collective that I used to DJ with. They kind of, yeah, maybe a little bit dated, but yeah, it came from some friends, basically.
Oh, okay. So, how long you been spinning?
I started in 2010, so what is it, 2019 now? About 9 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what'd you start with?
I actually started with EDM, to be honest, EDM and hip hop. But yeah, I love house music. It's just everything kind of blended to me. I didn't really recognize like the genres, so I got a little bit more, I guess, focused.
Okay. No, I get you. I get you. What is your favorite genre to play?
I love spinning house and yeah, and hip hop too. Honestly, yeah.
Now, what is your favorite to listen to?
It kind of depends on what time of the day, where I'm going, if I'm going to work or if I'm going out. You know, I kind of like to get pumped up. If I'm kind of just like chilling, going to the grocery store, probably like a little bit like relaxed music, like house and R&B kind of stuff. You know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, when you started off, where'd you start off spinning? Just in the bedroom kind of a thing? Friend's
Yeah.
place?
Yeah, in the bedroom. Actually, I was going out to school in Knox, and they had a radio station there too. So that's actually where I got my first ever airtime, first ever performing, and it was
Okay.
terrible. We grew from that, right?
Well, and that's the thing, you know. Yeah, we definitely did. We learn from our mistakes and any issues, and if you're serious about it, you just take it at a song and keep moving with it.
Exactly.
So,
Yep.
I mean, it brought you to where you are today, so
Yeah.
definitely doing something right.
Yes, sir.
So, what are you doing these days? What are you spinning at?
You know, anytime I get an opening, I go for it. But like we mentioned earlier, I'm a resident in the Gold Room, so I'm there 5 days a week. And on top of just spinning, I also do like the production there, including like the lighting and the visuals, and I even get up on ladders and fix lights, and that's the bane of my existence. But
Wearing multiple hats, huh?
yeah.
I know how that is, and that's not fun.
It's not the funniest. But it's not my God-given talent, but hey.
So, of the 9 years that you've been spinning, what would you say one of your highlights of your career spinning so far?
I was actually studying abroad in Australia in 2013, and I actually got the privilege of DJing at a radio station out there too. And that was my first residency out there at a bar called ABC, the Asian Beer Cafe, I believe. So I think that was like one of my highlights. That was like the first time I was like, all right, you know, I can do this. Like people are gonna come, people are gonna listen. I think that was the first like make it or break it situation.
Oh,
Yeah.
Obviously you made it, so you're doing something
Yeah.
right. No, it's a cool thing, man. We're really happy to have you here.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, and that goes again. Here we've got so many guests on, South Side, North Side, West Side, and there's a small group of DJs from Chicago that have been blessed, and I like to use that term blessed, with being able to play outside of, not just outside of the state, but outside of the country. You know, you went down to Australia and you represented Chicago.
Yeah.
You know, and that itself, a lot of DJs can't put that on their resume.
Yeah.
So, you know, big ups to you. You know that you got a chance to go to Australia. Australia is a place I've been dying to go to.
Yeah, you got to go out there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Their winter, our winter is their summer.
Exactly.
And their musical festivals down there are huge. So
I want to see you box a kangaroo.
no. Because I've seen a kangaroo box a person, and no, I'm not going to be that guy on YouTube getting my butt kicked by a little bitty kangaroo going boom, boom, boom. You know, no. But I will say I've met a lot of DJs on through Facebook and social media that are down in Australia, and if you're an Australian native and you're in your homeland and you're trying to get to Chicago, let us know. Reach out. We're not going to fly you here, but if you could get here, we can
get your book somewhere. You might.
Okay. Well, you heard
We'll
him
see.
say it. I'm not behind you. But if
anything's possible.
Anything's possible. But if you are trying to get here to the United States and you're looking for a platform, give us a holler, Or if you're an Australian native and you're a great DJ that would that's trying to make their way, let them know. Check us out at the booth. But Matt, what have you gone into any producing yet?
Yeah. To be honest, it's kind of taken a side on the side burner here, but I actually you're familiar with James Chesney, right?
I am.
Yeah, him and I used to produce together, and we're dying to get back in the studio. He's kind of already in the studio without me, but I'm kind of dying to get back.
Records.
Yeah,
We've had him on the show.
Killing it right now. Everyone on Careless is killing it right now.
Yes.
Shout out to Careless.
Shout out to Careless, and we're looking for the new tracks. Send them to us so we can play them on the air. I've been beating events up about that all the time. James as well. But are you and James going to collaborate again anytime soon?
I would love to. Yeah, we're in talks about it. He's kind of in the phase. He just moved back to the city in general, so he's kind of like jumping around, going out all the time. So we have kind of off hours. So whenever he's in the studio, I'm at work. So classic tale. But I'm happy to jump on it. If you're listening, James,
cool.
call me.
So, how can we hear some of the stuff that you actually have produced?
Oh, you can't, because I'm hiding it. But it doesn't really sound too good to me anymore. But
okay.
I do have it on SoundCloud under my name, under Matt Smolinski. But I'd rather you wait to hear the newer stuff, to be honest.
Well, you know what? It should be. You should look at it in the light of like this. When people listen to your Mixcloud or SoundCloud page, and they can go back into your lineage, because I'm a victim of it too. When I've had people tell me, "Oh yeah, I was listening to some of your real old stuff," I'm like, ugh.
Oh,
You were? Why? And I've always said I'm going to go on there and delete it, but I never do. But the great thing is if there's a promoter out there that likes you, likes your sound, likes how your personality is, they could see how you grew in music, how your music transitioned. Because when I listen to when I was playing EDM, being on the West Coast, I can't stand it. I don't even want to go back to listen to those old sets.
Right.
But for anybody that's like, you know what, I'm going to listen and check it out, they see and hear progression, all the way up into current. I don't play the same way I used to play before. And that's because I picked up things from different DJs, being around different DJs like here at the radio station, other guests that we've had that are on that bigger plateau, and I listen to how they play. And if it works for them, incorporate some of it. Don't keep your individuality, but you can incorporate different styles to make your own,
Yeah.
And when you hear that transition, one of the biggest accolades I've had is to have people that are in the industry that are making their way on a higher level than you are come and say, "Man, your set was dope."
It's so good.
It
right?
does. It does. Even at Twisted Cantina, we would have different genres of music being played in all one night, 30-minute sets.
Yeah.
And, for most DJs, you can't really start to really get into it until 30, 35 minutes.
I know, yeah.
So you're quick to play, and then all of a sudden, you have another DJ go, "Man, that set was dope." Because you threw it down from the start to the finish. There was no lull. There was no, it didn't take it too long to build up. You came with it, and even if you played mellow house, it still moved people.
Right.
So, with that being said, is it hard being at the location that you're predominantly at, the Gold Room? Is it hard to really get yourself where this is what I want to play, but you're playing not for you, you're playing for that crowd?
Yeah, it's a job. So sometimes you gotta play the music that you're not really particularly feeling, but mostly it's about the time, like honestly, if I wasn't here today, I'd probably be still asleep. What time is it, 2? Yeah, I'd probably still be sleeping. You know, like you said, I get off around 6, so I like to kind of sleep in on Sunday just a little bit. But yeah, you know, I'm trying to motivate myself to get back in the studio and, you know, take every day at a time.
Oh, I mean, that's a good thing. We can't wait to hear more from you. What can we expect to get from you today?
As far as the mix?
Yeah, as far as the mix.
You know, just some house jams I've been really loving to play. It's funny, we actually we had a Gold Room takeover at Electric Hotel, and I got a bunch of fresh music, and I was feeling it so good. And then the last minute, the GM was like, "Oh, you know, we have some high rollers coming in today. We're gonna kind of do a format change," and ended up being hip hop. So it's a lot of stuff. I'm holding back, and I'm ready to play for you guys today.
Okay, cool.
All right, well, we can't wait to hear it, man. So, real quick, let people know, how can they find out more about Mattress?
Well, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Tuesday to Saturday at Gold Room. Anytime, you just come up and say hi. You know, we have a lot of resident DJs. We bring in DJs pretty much every day during the weekend. On Thursdays, we have Orville Klein from PNC. We have Larry Sladen, like you said, on Fridays. We have Nikki X on Saturdays, Zebo on Sundays, and like you said, we have Randall Dean. I think the first weekend of the month, yeah, on Saturday. So anytime, please come in, guys. We're more than happy to just talk with you guys anytime you come in.
Sounds good. Can't wait to hear it. All right, guys, stick around for more to come when we keep playing these tracks for you guys for the best sounds of the underground right here in the booth, 312 WIT 88.9 FM and DaBooth312.com.
Nation. House Nation. House Nation. House Nation. House
Hear that? It's the soundtrack to our busy lives. But there's one thing that needs to be at the top of our to-do lists: fixing those dangerous recalled Takata airbag inflators. Millions of vehicles from 19 automakers still need to be fixed, because if they're not fixed, those airbags could cause serious injury or even death. It's not that your other stuff isn't important. It's just that, well, fixing that airbag just might save your life. Visit toyota.com/recall to learn more.
Hey, this is Ariana Grande.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bozzy. This is Calvin Harris.
This is Camila Cabello.
Hey, I'm Dua Lipa.
Hey guys, I'm Halsey.
Hey, what's up? It's Lau.
Hey everyone.
This is Salada.
It's Selena.
This is Shawn Mendes.
Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
This is Zed.
This is K-Joy.
This is Vincent R.
What's up, guys? Twitch and Scratch. You're listening to Booth 312 WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago.
And this is sex.
Well, here we are again, and I got to tell you, Jim, this match has me really concerned.
That's right, Ron. In one corner, we have a powerful heavyweight, a train. Weighing in at a whopping 6,000 tons. And in the other, this hasty lightweight challenger, a car at just 1.5 tons.
This does not bode well for the car or the people in it.
Ron, this is one of those rare moments where I actually find myself at a loss for words.
This driver can't think he can beat a train.
I can hardly bear to watch.
It's no contest. Every day, people are injured or killed trying to beat a train at rail crossings. Trying to beat a train is more dangerous than you think. C-Tracks, Think Train. For more safety tips and information, visit ctracksthinktrain.org.
Reaching the World Entertainment presents The Booth. Check us out every Sunday on WIIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download that free app, tune in, and get the best sounds of the underground with The Booth.
down on the floor, flow, 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 slide down on the floor.
Come on in, I've been waiting for you. Sit down, relax, you know, I got a few things I've been thinking about. I'd like to share them with you. I know things have been a little strained around here lately because of all the stuff going on outside the house. You know, the pressure, the house, the house, the pressure, 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 the house,
off the light. Turn off the
kindergarten people, so we know what a red light and a green light is. So when I say red light, stop. Now when the strobe light hits, I want you to move like this. Now when the strobe light hits, I want you to move like this. Hit the strobe. 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 cheddar dope. I got that, got that, got that. I got that cheddar dope. I got that, got that. I got that, got that, got that, got that, got that. I got that, got that, got that, got that, got that. I got that, got that, got that, got that, got that. I got that, got that.
This is how we do. We make a move and act a fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. We make a move and act a fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. We make a move and act a fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. We make a move and act a fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. We make a move and act a fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. We make a move and act a fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. We make a move and act a fool while we up in the club. This is how we do. We make a move and act a fool while we up in the club.
this is Ariana Grande.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bozzy. This is Calvin Harris.
This is Camila Cabello.
Hey, I'm Dua Lipa.
Hey guys, I'm Halsey.
Hey, what's up? It's Loud.
Hey everyone.
This is Selena.
It's Selena.
This is Shawn Mendes.
Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
This is Zed.
This is K-Joy.
This is Vincent R. What's up, guys? Twitch and Scratch. You're listening to DaBooth312 on WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago.
And this is fresh.
Hey guys, welcome back to the DaBooth312 on WIT 88.9 FM in Chicago and DaBoothRadio.com. Hope you guys are doing well. You guys just heard that live mix by our guest Mattress. Yeah, the bed is wet. He is soaked. I know he's hot in here. That mix he just threw for us was definitely hot, so he did a great job. And we always enjoy our guests coming out, especially when they throw down like Mattress did today. Great set. All right, guys, let's get talking a little bit about some of the stuff going on. So R. Kelly's in trouble again. What's new? And it's for the same reasons. It's for child pornography. So R. Kelly was arrested Thursday, July 11th, while he was walking his dog. No, he wasn't doing the doggy style. He was just walking his dog. And the cops came up and picked him up and took him away. He's currently facing 13 indictments. 4 counts of producing child pornography, 5 counts of enticement of a minor to engage in criminal sexual activity, 1 count of conspiracy to receive child pornography, 2 counts of receiving child pornography, and 1 count of conspiracy to obstruct justice. This guy cannot catch a break. And I guess right now, some of his former staff members are the ones that are coming out with these videos. Allegedly that he was paying people off trying to buy these videos back because some of these videos supposedly came up missing. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with R. Kelly. Whether this is legit or not, I don't know. I'm not there to prove it. But man, this guy cannot catch a break. I don't know if we're going to get another crying spell on TV or what's going to happen with him. I don't know. Mattress, what do you think, man?
Mixed feelings, man. I can only imagine what it feels like for a victim because I bet it's like elation, like joy, like finally they got this guy. But like, how could it take this long to get him? You know?
Well, in this case, you know, a lot of these parents, they knew who their child was with. They knew a lot was what was going on at these parties that they're letting their children go to this. Come on, you know, parents got to take blame too.
Absolutely.
The government has to really hold the parents at fault for stuff, you know, in some cases as well.
Yeah.
If you're letting the child go to these, you know, overage events and they're underage. Come on, I mean, it's really ridiculous. And R. Kelly's not saying blame it on me. So, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Our president, Donald Trump, the duck, he is he's being blasted again.
When did you start calling him that?
The duck?
That's the first I've ever heard you say that about the president.
I call him a lot of other things, closed doors. I can't say it on the radio, though.
Yeah, you can. It's freedom of press, freedom of speech.
Yeah, but unfortunately, FCC says there's certain words I can't say, so, you know. He's an idiot. What can I say?
Hey, okay.
But
at least we agree on that.
I guess he Thursday. A lot of things happened on Thursday. During a White House social media summit, he comes out to say, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know what? He died. I was there. This is what Trump told the crowd.
What?
So Arnold
I watch the
Schwarzenegger.
news religiously. I didn't even see
I'm not much on it, but that's why it really hit me too. So I guess Arnold Schwarzenegger had to come back and say, not that I'll be back. I never left. So this, he did not die. I don't know what this guy is on. I mean, Donald really. I've seen presidents really age from the time they first take office to the time they come out. But this guy is, you know, hasn't changed much in his face and everything. But his mentality is gone.
Yeah. It's gone down the drain.
This guy has no mind whatsoever. So this is ridiculous. This is so funny. And then, of course, as we start talking about, so Chicago, we're not in Florida. We have an alligator in the water. We know how, you know, this usually happens, though. Somebody takes a pet and they release it. They do it for turtles. They do it for snakes. They do it, you know. Well, somebody must have had a pet alligator, got a little too big or got tired of it, and they released it in Humboldt Park Lagoon. Yeah. The funny thing is, and it's not funny, but I mean, imagine if, and we talked about this earlier, but imagine if people when they're swimming, people get hot. And it happens a lot with the homeless. The homeless, some of them want to bathe. Not all of them, but some of them want to bathe. And in these summer times, what do? They go into the Chicagoland Park District, and they get into the water fountains, or they jump into a lake, whether it be Lake Michigan or one of these ponds or dunes, and they bathe in there. It's one thing if you get a snapping turtle that hits you, but man, you get an alligator, you're done.
Well, that size, yeah. That size.
I think it was said to be about 6 feet. In length.
Almost 6 feet.
So
he's not ripping humans to shred. He'll take an arm. He might take a leg or a chunk out of your leg or your arm. Maybe he'll definitely take a finger.
But they're known to roll. So if people are not that quick and defensive, he's gonna start rolling, take you under, and try to drown you.
I mean,
so
that size though, he's not heavy enough to really. Now, when you get the full grown ones, then they're over 200 pounds. Yeah. He could put weight on you and drag you and get you down under the water like that. But this little guy, not yet. I mean, if he starts feasting on the rodents, the big rats that you see running around here, he's going to get big really quick. And I think that's the concern. Like, if he was to get out of the lagoon and go into the sewage system, it's a wrap. New York had the thing about gators and crocs, and it'll be a Chicago thing. But you know what? Winter ain't friendly to no reptile in this area. So he better find a place to have some dormancy where he can hibernate during that cold spell, because he's gonna be SOL when that winter time comes. When old man winter shows his face, he's gonna be like, wait a minute, I'm in the wrong state. Yeah,
but like you said about sewers, if he gets down in the sewers actually have a really big difference in temp, even in the wintertime. It gets hot down there. So there is possibility for them to survive if they're down in the sewers.
Yeah. I mean, he'll get huge, too. He'll get huge with the rats and stuff, So,
and we're not talking about your neighborhood rats. We're talking about the sewer rats.
Yeah,
it's different.
Chicago sewer, the ones that you see in the subway.
When you start saying Chicago rats, half of us start thinking about the hood rats, and then the other half talk about the neighborhood rats. I don't know, But you guys, if you're around that, they still have not caught the alligator. So you guys just be careful, especially when you have little ones. Little ones like to go to the water edge and play and everything, and we've seen that in down south where. Kids have gone to the water, and next thing you know, they come up missing because an alligator will come up and grab them. So
happened down at
watch your kids. Seriously,
happened down at what was that? Universal Studios. What was that? A year ago, 2 years ago, where the family it had it posted. Yeah, Disney. It had it posted. Do not swim here, and they're sitting there and letting the kids splash around in the water where there's signs saying don't swim, and then happened to be a crocodile that just got a gator that got a hold of the kid, and I'm not trying to make fun of it because it's not a laughing matter, but it's just like they had the warning signs, don't be there. It's like if the beach says, hey, the beach is closed because we have sharks in the area, why go in the water? But you still got those people. Well, I want it.
Hey, it's time again for you guys to vote for your top 100 DJs. So if you guys are seeing this, it's going around right now on social media all over the place. So vote for your top DJ. Hopefully it's yours truly. But
where can they go to?
If it's not yours, then if I'm not yours, then hey, just pick somebody who's better. But I better be yours. Anyways, I got to get the information on that. I was just getting a lot of this information, being hit up by a lot of DJs asking me to vote for them. You can go to, if you want to go straight to the website, you go to Top 100 DJs Vote. That's Top 100 DJs Vote DJMag.com. DJ Mag is hosting the Top 100 DJs marathon. So go ahead and vote for your top 100 DJs. Ron, who would you vote for?
That's a good question. You can only vote once.
Just only vote once, and don't be a side trick.
Do they have categories under, or you just name?
No, I haven't seen any categories. I think it's just the DJ.
Yeah. Wow, there's a lot. Yeah, I would probably have to use a different email address and vote a couple of times because, one vote, and I don't want to name any names because then people will be like, oh, really? You'll vote for them, but you won't vote for me. So I vote for myself. How about that? I'd vote for me. Play it safe. But let's
You can tell this guy listens to a lot of politics and follows that stuff. Look at how he's trying to side note everything. Honestly,
what was that website again? Because I'm going to put it up.
I'll vote for Larry Slayton. He's a great DJ, great producer, and there's a lot of them out there. And you know what? Time will come, and everyone else will get their chance too. But I'll vote for Larry. All right, guys. So if you guys want to hit the site and go vote for your favorite DJ, go to TOP 100 DJs. That's DJS. Vote VOTE. DJMag.com. Go vote for your top DJ. What about you, Mattress? Who would you vote for?
Shaq. DJ Diesel.
DJ Diesel. I haven't heard that name in a while.
Yeah, he just started DJing. He's actually doing really well for himself.
Yeah, he actually is in a commercial on The General.
Is he
he's,
really?
He's
Yes, sir.
he's got headphones on, and I'm like, but open format, okay. I haven't heard him do any skilled things like house or hip hop. I've only heard like more of the open format stuff. So I don't really know what he's capable of. I guess nobody does.
What about you, Mattress?
Yeah, I was just kidding. I voted for Larry last night.
Did you vote for Larry?
Yeah, I voted for Larry last night. I was just going for the controversial.
I ain't worried about it here. We know that you're safe here. Say what
All
you
right.
want. Say what you feel. Then we got this man here. He's afraid to say it. He
Not
doesn't want to
afraid to
offend
speak.
anyone.
You get yourself in trouble nowadays, and it's funny because we've talked about this on the show before, where you make a comment, you may not have anything of validity behind it. You might just be making a comment, and somebody takes it, and they get in social media where everybody's talking about you. Oh, did you hear what this person said? And you could care, but sometimes you don't care, but sometimes you do have to care, because if you're not watching what you say, you become just as guilty as the president. You make some idiot comment, and now all of a sudden you're looked at as an idiot. And sometimes you have to bite your tongue and go, "Nah, I'm not gonna speak on that," because it may not be room for you to do it. There's a time and a place for it.
Good or bad, if you're being talked about, guess what? You're being talked about. Your name is on other people's lips and in other people's ears. So, you know what? Say what you will about me. Go ahead, spread my name, get it out, make more people aware about me and my presence. Go ahead and say it. Don't bother me one bit. All right,
Got a
guys.
point.
When we come back, we're going to flip a coin here, figure out who's going to throw down for you from myself and Ron Tinsley. So we'll see what we're going to do. But stick around right here for more to come on the booth. 312 WIT 88.9 FM in Chicago and DaBooth312.com.
America's wounded warriors are coming home. After serving on foreign shores, these brave men and women are returning to their families and communities. Many have wounds you can see, and many have wounds you can't see, like post-traumatic stress disorder. Now that these warriors are back home, they are ready to enter the civilian workforce. To help, Wounded Warrior Project has developed the Warriors to Work program, a career counseling service that helps warriors translate their military experience to the civilian workplace. These extraordinary men and women bring proven world-class job skills and a unique perspective on teamwork to the job. And to ensure the right warrior finds the right job, Wounded Warrior Project works with employers to find just the right match. When you hire a wounded warrior, you hire an intelligent, talented, and committed new employee. Contact Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
Hey, this is Ariana Grande.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bozzy. This is Calvin Harris.
This is Camila Cabello. Hey, I'm Dua Lipa. Hey guys, I'm Halsey.
Hey, what's up? It's Loud.
Hey everyone.
This is Salada.
It's Selena.
This is Shawn Mendes.
Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
This is Zed.
This is K-Joy.
This is Vincent R. What's up, guys? Twitch and Scratch. You're listening to DaBooth312 on WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago.
And this is Fresh.
Are you at risk for oral cancer?
I never chewed tobacco.
I don't drink much.
Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
You're 3 times as likely to get oral cancer if you drink or use tobacco. What about HPV?
HPV. Isn't that about cervical cancer?
What does that have to do with oral cancer?
You're 30 times more likely to get oral cancer if you have HPV or the human papillomavirus.
HPV? Didn't know that.
Learn more about HPV and oral cancer at myoms.org. This message is brought to you by your oral and facial surgeons.
Regional World Entertainment presents The Booth. Check us out every Sunday on WIIT 88.9 FM in Chicago, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Download that free app, tune in, and get the best sounds of the underground with The Booth.
Hi, this is Black Thorn Music, featuring DJ Ron Tinsley in the mix.
Bodhisattva, Beatmaker, Davido featuring Arafat, by Naughty. Everybody stand up. Take it, hey.
And I'll take you to somewhere before that you have never gone. Baby, oh yeah, follow me go. I rock you tonight all the way to the morning. Shout out to all of my ladies, wanna see you getting very drunk. Oh yeah, make you dance in my dance. All of your friends, they can come and along. Oh yeah, baby, go follow me go. The way that you dance, it be open and not. I'm all about company and face you. That girl, you are very naughty. See the way you they dance you. Fucking me naughty. Baby, don't want to party. They make them naughty. Oh yeah, baby, go follow me go. The way that you dance, it be open and not. I'm all about company and face you. That girl, you are very naughty. See the way you they dance you. Fucking me naughty. Baby, don't want to party. They make them naughty. In fact, yeah, good boys, I know they for me. Good boy, I just want your body. Give me, I want to do something. Do some, change my life, yeah. For better or worse, yeah. For good or for bad, yeah. You get I want marry, yeah. Oh, yeah, get on. Oh, baby, don't break on me. Yeah, bend it like Beckham. I want to see you shake a yeah, come.
Hey! Je m'appelle le commandant, ça je me pose dessus. Tous les buts de boss aujourd'hui à la fête David, c'est pour faire plaisir à tous ceux qui sont normaux. Levez les mains là-bas. Banotti, Banotti, Arafat et David, Banotti, Banotti, tout de l'Afrique, Banotti, 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 Banotti. Arafat et DJ, pas de la main, pas de la main. Tu peux passer moi les gouverneurs et
passion. Come right here, let me give you this love potion. And I can be, I wanna see some action. If you please me, I'ma guarantee satisfaction. America, come and sit in my mother. Go get down, cause I set this up for you. It's that time, and I just sit for to a place in the night time, and I just say you go. And if you dance like Jackson, I'm on your echo, come. And if you dance like Remy, I'm on your echo, come. Oh, Nico, oh, Nico, and if you dance like Jackson, I'm on your echo, come. And if you dance like Remy, I'm on your echo, come. Oh, Nico,
I got broads in Atlanta, switch to the lean, the family, credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van.
concept you heard in the song. I never saw the light until you came along. But baby, you're the truth and I was dead wrong. I knew you were the one, I was so ready. I keep my shades on till you shine so bright. Ooh, now I'm doing all I can to try and be a perfect man. I don't wanna be in the dark again. Feel like I was sleeping till I met you. I felt like I knew me. Now every day with you, I feel like I'm breathing. Girl, I need you just the way you need me. Baby, tell me that you'll never leave me. And there's nothing that I wouldn't do so that I could be with you. I love you. Promise that you'll always be mine. 'Cause I'm afraid of the dark. I love how you shine. Promise that you'll always be mine. 'Cause I'm afraid of the dark. I'm losing your heart. I love how you shine. Promise that you'll always be mine. 'Cause I'm afraid of the dark. Afraid of the dark. I love how you shine. That you'll always be mine. 'Cause I'm afraid of the dark. I'm losing your heart. I love how you shine. Promise that you'll always be mine. 'Cause I'm afraid of the dark. I love how you shine. Promise that you'll always be mine. 'Cause I'm afraid of the dark. I love how you shine. Promise that you'll always be mine. 'Cause I'm afraid of the dark.
I got broads in Atlanta, just to the lean, the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van.
Hey, this is Ariana Grande.
What's up, everybody? I'm Bozzy. This is Calvin Harris.
This is Camila Cabello. Hey, I'm Dua Lipa. Hey guys, I'm Halsey.
Hey, what's up? It's Lau.
Hey everyone.
This is Salade.
It's Selena.
This is Shawn Mendes.
Hey, it's Taylor Swift.
This is Zed.
This is K-Joy.
This is Vincent R. What's up, guys? Twitch and Scratch. You're listening to Booth 312 on WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago.
And this is fresh.
All right, guys, you just heard a live mix. Hi, I'm Resident.
I got broads in Atlanta, just to the lean, the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van.
Definitely going on. Hope you guys enjoyed that mix. We've been having a lot of great mixes here between our guest Mattress. Yeah, you don't want to lay on them. Anyways, and of course DJ Ron Tinsley.
Yep.
Hey, where's the music, man?
It's on. It's on.
No, it's okay. No problem. No worries. All right, guys. So let's talk again a little bit about what's going on with everything. So, okay, if you guys haven't seen it,
I got broads in Atlanta, just to the lean, the family. Credit cards in the scammers, hitting the licks in the van.
you have the girl that got caught finally that was licking ice cream and then putting it back in the shelves. I said with her. Actually, with all these too, because you got the one guy spitting in the mouthwash and then putting it back. But I mean, think about it. If one of these people had HIV and they did this, and then you get it or your child, and then, I mean, that's attempted murder. Yeah, I mean, that's really ridiculous. And then one of the latest ones I've seen was the kicking the bottle top, doing a karate kick, off to kick a bottle top off of a bottle. And now some of these fools, what they're doing, just to be funny, they're kicking bottles off the shelves in the stores. I mean, how far are people are going to go with some of this stuff? I think it's getting ridiculous. Mattress, what do you think?
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I got broads in Atlanta, just to the lean, the family. Credit card.
I don't know. It's just absolutely crazy. I can't believe somebody is opening ice cream, licking it and putting it back. Like, that should be like a federal crime.
Well, the thing is now it's going to cost us more for the ice cream because these companies now have to buy more machines because they're putting plastic over the.
I disagree.
So now the prices are going up.
I disagree. The reason why is the consumer. If this was like a rash thing, like not just sporadic. If it was like you get a lot of. If we had like thousands or hundreds of people doing this dumb stuff, then I could see them saying, okay, well, we got to upgrade to this. But it comes back to the store owner. If that store owner really wants to keep his customers or their customers, they're going to watch their security footage a little bit better. They're going to be doing more security things. And it just makes other people, regular consumers like us, feel uncomfortable because now you're going to have more people keeping an eye on you in certain aisles.
Well, Ron, I used to work loss prevention years ago, and it's easier said than done. When you're trying to watch an entire store, when you have a big store like a Tony's, a Jewel's, a Sam's Club, you got big stores, you're looking, while you're trying to look at certain items, you cannot consolidate all those items that could possibly get tampered with, stolen, or what have you.
You're right.
It's hard to watch all that stuff. So as a store owner, I can't really put it on a store owner. Now, Blue Bunny was the victim of this one with the lady that licked it. They're the ones that actually are. Their prices are going up. They're actually have purchased, I guess, equipment or are purchasing equipment that will put plastic, now the plastic seals over the ice cream.
Well, a lot of them have it.
And not all of them. And it's going to...
You shouldn't be buying it then.
I agree with you. I think they should have had it, but it's going to cost you more money now.
Well,
what else are you going to do?
I guess if you look at it on being that you were in law enforcement, being I was in the military, yes, you can't look and see everything. But if the trend, that's the key phrase, if the trend is doing this, then you look for those people that are in that demographic that are following that trend. You're
Profiling.
not seeing. You're not. Well,
That's
it-
profiling.
Okay.
By legal note, that's profiling.
You're right, but at the same time, it's keeping my consumer from having to pay a higher price for a company if they start complaining to the actual company. Well, you know what? You need to put thicker plastic on so they can't be pulled off. Well, then that's going to raise the price, and therefore the consumer is the one that's going to be hurting by it. So it starts with that mom and pop store that, you know what? Okay, you put it into terminology of profiling. If I'm looking at a demographic of a teenage kid from the age of maybe 17, 18 to 25, because usually once you get in 28, 30-year-olds, they should really know better. But
keyword.
Key phrase.
Should.
But I think if you keep it in, if they are looking at people that are coming into the stores and, you know, you just got to, because it's just like if a police officer's on the street and, you know, he or she goes a roll call and they find out, hey, well, there's an assailant who is breaking windows. Do the window companies need to start raising their prices because it's a trend that people are just throwing rocks and breaking windows? No. What they're going to do is they're going to hit the streets and they're going to look for those people that are looking obvious, like, oh, there's a cop. Let me put my hands down. Well, what's that in your hand? You know, oh, he's got a rock. What is he about to do with that rock? If the trend is.
Now, unfortunately, the way our laws are, they're to benefit the criminals, not those who are being criminalized. So it's a sad truth. People don't realize it. They argue about everything. But you know what? I think it comes down to morals more than anything else. I think parents need to start being parents and raise their children with a little bit of morals, self-respect first, respect themselves, maybe start respecting others. There's no respect anymore. But that's my opinion on it. I mean, Mattress, what do you think about this? What do you think what's going on with this?
I mean, kids will do anything to get famous, you know, make money. And that's kind of how it is. Like, honestly, that's the way society's gone now. It's you want to be trending. I mean, do you guys really think people are going to show up to Area 51 in September? You guys seen that? The Storm Area 51 thing?
No, I didn't see that one.
No, really? Some like YouTube star or something. I don't remember exactly the details, but his whole thing is he made like a group like, oh, Storm Area 51, they can't get all of us. And it's a joke, but now it's gaining a lot of traction. And
They can't get all of you.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, you want to touch a little bit on that? What they can or cannot get military, through the military?
Well, that person definitely is not drinking the right kind of Kool-Aid because, you know, when you come down to it, yeah, if you go in that area 51 in particular, you have special forces that are just assigned for security detail for that. They have so much technology out there that you're going to be, before you even get that massive group of people, they're going to turn you away miles before you get there. So, I mean, look at the technology we got now. They just, the Coast Guard, just going to mention the Coast Guard, we were talking about news. Coast Guard just stopped a submarine from folks from South America, not a military submarine. This is yeah, you know, you laugh, but they actually had a submarine, and you can actually go online and buy a submarine if you got the money.
Yeah.
A 5-man sub that you can, you know, it doesn't go as deep as the regular submarines, but they had a sub, and the Coast Guard caught them, and they had over 500 pounds, if not more, of cocaine about to bring into the country. You know, so
that's incredible.
It didn't use the wall, by the way. You know, they didn't use the wall to get through there, but it just
we need a wall underwater.
Right, well, yeah. Technology at its best. So if you think, if you know, for that person that put that out there, if you're going to get close to Area 51 with a whole bunch of people to say, like, well, we're going to go on and see what's going on here, you're madly mistaken.
Yeah.
And you might come up missing too. So
never know.
You never know.
Never know. Yeah, so I don't know. I'd love to know what you people think about
Not
these
you
challenges. You people, I want to know what you people think out there, all you listeners out there. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, I don't play that political stuff. Anyway, so I want to know what you think and feel about the challenges. Do you think they're getting outrageous and they're going too far? Or are you all for it and think we should do more? I'm curious. All right, guys.
I got a challenge.
All right, what's your challenge?
Let's do the common sense challenge. For 1
That'll
week.
never happen.
Well, I'm saying we started right here. We started in a trend. Common sense challenge. Do the right thing. Don't do stupid things. And let's see if you can make it a week. Can you do a week without doing something just straight up stupid? The Common Sense Challenge, brought to you by DaBooth312 88.9 FM, Chicago. Said here first. So if anybody else tries to copy it, it came from here. You ain't got the rights unless you have common sense. That's the only way you can get the rights to use this. If you got common sense, the Common Sense Challenge. Do we need to kick the bottle tops off of bottles? No. If unless I'm training to be a Shaolin monk, why do I need to kick a bottle top off of a top of a bottle? If I'm not an ice cream taster getting paid to taste freaking ice cream, why am I gonna lick some ice cream? Oh, because it's fun. That's stupid. You should be.
You're old.
I am. I feel it right now. But I have common sense because it's not a common virtue. So let's not do the stupid ice cream challenges. What was the other one? They were throwing shakes into the windows of the drive-thrus. I remember that was a thing last year.
Yeah.
They were people were pulling up. They had a milkshake and they threw it in at the drive-thru person. You know, stupid. So I mean, let's spend our time doing something more educated. Let's educate the kids out here. You know, it's not cool to be ignorant. How about that? If you could, okay, part of the Common Sense Challenge, you find a couple of youths and do some, you know, things like adults are supposed to do. Like, hey, you know, should you be wearing your pants off your butt like that? Pull your pants up. You know, do the right thing. Spike Lee made the movie, Do the Right Thing. Let's do the right thing challenge.
Yeah, that's one that make. Yeah, well, let's see what happens. Hey, guys, don't forget, vote for your favorite DJ. Top 100 DJs. We got it on our social media links. Check that out. Vote for your top DJ. Curious what people are saying. I want to know what your top DJ is that you're going to vote for. It's not a secret ballot. You guys can say it loud, say it proud. Tell us who you're voting for as your favorite DJ for DJ Mag. And you can go to Top 100 DJs, with an S, Top 100 DJs, vote.djmag.com. Go there and vote for your favorite DJ. And as Mattress already said, and as I said, Larry Sladen's got our vote. So, you know, we got a hidden voter in the room here.
I'm surprised you didn't say Val.
Val's a great DJ, too. You know, there are a lot of great DJs out there. Don't get me wrong, that, you know, are really deserve to be voted for. And if I could vote for every one of them, I would. Vincent is doing a great job. I love the guy to death. He's moving up. There's a lot of people working really hard to move up and, you know, to get that spot. You can only vote for one. At least as far as I know, you can only vote for one. That's
Yeah, I think it's just one.
It's just
yeah,
one, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is a hard choice, and it's nothing personal. If people don't take it personal, so what? I don't worry about it. But, I mean, hey, maybe next year you'll get my vote. But, you know what? There are a lot of great DJs out there that are working hard, grinding every day, you know, trying to make something. And I don't hold down, I don't say anything negative to those DJs that are working a regular job and trying to make something. They should get more credit, I believe, than those who are just, you know, at home, maybe in their mom's basement, trying to make something. I mean, hey, I give you credit too. You're working, you're trying to make something yourself, but when a person has to work 2 to 3 times harder to get it, I definitely give them the grind on that. So we'll see. We'll see what happens and see who gets it, where they place. I don't know who. Honestly, I think one of the big names is going to get it. The one who's getting the support from the big money makers, and they're going to probably get the top, you know, 5, you know, from the top 100. But that's to be expected.
I mean, we have our own awards here in Chicago too. We have the Chicago House Music Awards, where they name a Chicago local DJ as, you know, most improved or whatever the different categories are. So I mean, if there's a DJ that you like, and this is just one platform, it's just like you have the Grammys or the American Choice, People's Choice Awards, and you got this awards and that awards. You got so many award shows. So I mean, you vote for one person, and then you got another awards show coming up where you can vote for your local hero, so why not? Why not show that? That's one way to show your support and your love for that DJ, and that DJ should take it as, hey, I got fans out here that actually took the time out to vote for me. Is it lopsided? Sometimes it can be. I mean, when it comes down to, hey, there's a person that's grinding hard, trying to make their way in this DJ world and trying to pick up support, and it's hard. It's never. You ask any DJ, and if any DJ says it was easy for them, please send them our way, because I'd love to interview that person, because, everybody has their own shtick. I'm not going to follow you.
I'll tell them where to stick that shtick. Well, anyway, I mean, if it's really that easy, I'd love to talk to them too, because the grind is not that easy, and I'm sure every one of us in this room right now can agree. It is not that easy just to make it, unless somebody's doing it for you, and not all of us have that opportunity to be held by the hand and carried along. So more credit to those who are working hard every day. All right, guys, don't forget, coming up July 19th, 20th, and 21st, Taco Tamale Fest in Pilsen, 16th Street in Peoria. Don't want to miss. Green Curtain Events throws a great event of Taco and Tamale Fest, and we've been fortunately picked to be some of the DJs on that list. So definitely check out Ron Tinsley and myself among the many, many great DJs. For all 3 days, we'll be throwing down. And there's a lot of other music, not just the house music DJs, but that's what we talk about right here on DaBooth312 is the house music scene. You definitely want to check that out. Definitely going to be going on. And then, of course, you got Music Arts Festival Saturday, August 3rd, and Sunday, August 4th. Going to be going down on that one in Dalton. Don't want to miss out on that as well. All right, guys, we're going to get back to the sounds right here. And keep it locked each and every week on DaBooth312. Don't forget to hit us up on the social media sites and share, follow. Love you guys. Keep it rocking right here on DaBooth312 each and every week.
arms around me. You say you'll be right here. Yeah, you made me that promise. But like everything, times change. Minutes feel just like an hour. Then they're gone again. But still it's in the
Many children in the United States do not receive the dental care they need. Untreated tooth decay not only causes pain, but it also interferes with a child's ability to focus in the classroom. It can lead to a lack of self-esteem, which can hurt a child for years to come. To help combat tooth decay, the American Dental Association sponsors the Give Kids a Smile program. Give Kids a Smile happens nationwide every February. The goal is to try and raise public awareness for children's access to dental care. Dentists volunteer their time and resources to help provide oral health care screenings and treatments for children in need. During Give Kids a Smile, dentists also educate children on how to brush and floss properly and practice good oral hygiene. For the ADA Dental Minute, I'm Dr. Maria Lopez Howell. For more information, visit our website at ada.org.
Are you at risk for oral cancer?
I never chew tobacco.
I don't drink much.
Never smoked a cigarette in my life.
You're 3 times as likely to get oral cancer if you drink or use tobacco. What about HPV?
HPV. Isn't that about cervical cancer?
What does that have to do with oral cancer?
You're 30 times more likely to get oral cancer if you have HPV or the human papillomavirus.
HPV? Didn't know that.
Learn more about HPV and oral cancer at myoms.org. This message is brought to you by your oral and facial surgeons.
And they're cutting, and I